9 vuoteen sisältyy aika paljon. Eli kun lähdetään ihan nollasta, niin ihan jo sitä, että pysyy pystyssä 2 jalalla, pysyy pystyssä 1 jalalla ja sen jälkeen rupeaa niinku uskaltamaan tehdä jotakin siellä jäällä. Ja sitten alkaa pikkuhiljaa kisaamaan ja esiintymään näytöksissä ja niin edelleen. Että sanotaan, että aika kivaa ura on ollut, mutta tietysti korona tuli vähän sitten väliin, että se sitten sotki kuviota. Mutta eteenpäin mennään ja homma jatkuu.
Mahtavaa. Näiden EM-kisojen slogan on "Tule sellaisena kuin olet".
This is ultra easy.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. Well, today we're going to discuss the story of Finland's first transgender national figure skater. And I got to be honest with you, it couldn't have gone any worse. The skater is a 59-year-old former farmer named Minna Maria Antikainen. I believe I'm pronouncing that correctly. I will say that he uses both male and female pronouns, so I'm going to go ahead and say he, so you guys, all the wokies out there can save it in the comments for me. But yeah, so they put this person out there to, I guess, to represent the transgender movement in skating, and they fell down after the first 45 seconds. So, got to be honest with you, not a good look. There's lots of different angles to really hit the story on. I do know that they said that the opening ceremony will present various levels from non-professionals to top athletes. But I guess my argument with that would be like even non-professional skaters know how to skate. Minna, they don't even know how to skate. Like they were out there and it looked, I felt embarrassed for them. I felt embarrassed for them, for the I guess Finland putting them out there, because I do feel like they were putting him out there for a political agenda. I feel like it, because think about it, the guy goes out there and starts skating and falls down, under a minute, falls down, completely embarrassed. I would be embarrassed. People are, skating around, pretending that like it's nothing wrong with that person falling down. Yeah, they help him up and stuff, but yeah, I just think, again, on all these different levels, I feel like they were trying to get woke, and they're trying to force a transgender person in that sport, and that's how it seems, because they weren't good at skating. Like it's a figure skating competition, and they don't even know how to figure skate. They go out there and completely bomb, and they fail. And if anything, it makes them look worse. It makes them look almost. It's exposing an agenda rather than just going, "Hey, we're just being inclusive." No, you're shoving this person on the ice, and it proved that they didn't know what they were doing because they fell down. And I just think it's a bad look for their movement. But also, we've been seeing a lot of this in sports lately. We had Laurel Hubbard, who was the weightlifter, who I think was breaking records left and right. Was a guy pretty much who just said, "Hey, I'm a girl," and just destroyed records. Leah Thomas was the swimmer, who was shattering records, beating them by like minutes, if not a minute or so, which is an eternity in swimming. I'm feeling like this is a movement, and I get their movement, but to me, it's not a fair movement. I feel like women are being ignored in this whole situation. And I got to be honest with you, for a lot of years, I've been hearing a lot of people online, a lot of feminists going out there, talking about women's rights, talking about this and that, talking about reproductive rights, my body, my choice, all, standing up for women, until it gets to this topic. And all of a sudden, these feminists become very, very silent, and they don't care about women's rights anymore when it comes to men pretending to be women and dominating in their sports. I mean, there's other examples. I think I saw someone in another country, a basketball player, giant, huge basketball player, playing against these tiny women and dominating. We know about some MMA fighters who are biologically male, fighting women and destroying them. I want to say that one woman even got her skull cracked or something like that. We saw it recently in a volleyball game. A male, biological male, playing on a female team, spiked the ball and broke the person's face. Maybe, I think it was like their orbital socket or something like that. Another example I saw was a hockey game the other day. Apparently there was a transgendered men and women, so that was a first. Right? I think there was women who wanted to be men and men who were wanted to be women, and they played a hockey game together. Well, a biological man checked a woman who wanted to be a man and knocked them out. Like, instantly, pretty much. I mean, it even looked a little comical, honestly, not to make light of it, but it didn't even look like it was that hard of a hit. It looked like they barely touched them, and they were just out cold. So, not sure what that's about, but I do know that this whole movement, I don't like it because it is. I think it's a political agenda, and if anything, might have been the easiest to look at and go, okay, now they're really forcing this issue. Now they're really trying to force transgendered athletes to skate with with regular women, right? But I mean, you can just see that it was kind of staged. I think it's staged because they just put someone out there who didn't know what they were doing, honestly. Yeah, I mean, I think there was a story that came out last week of I think there was a transgendered male to female who purchased the Miss Beauty pageant or whatever it was, Miss USA, maybe it was a beauty pageant for sure. So we'll see what happens with that. But I just think that everything's getting wokeified right now, and I think we are in danger of losing sports. Because, if men can play versus men, and if women can play versus women, just like that hockey game that I mentioned, I think that transgendered people should play against each other. And that's not I'm not trying to segregate people. Literally, that's how sports are, by gender. So if people are going to be transgendered, then y'all play each other in the sports that you want to play. That way it's an even playing field, right? You're not having all these men just destroying women's sports, and honestly, it's only going one way. If a woman, there might have been one case that I heard, but if a woman dresses up like a guy, they're not going to dominate male sports. Male sports, the men are going to win every time, and you guys can do with that what you want, but that's just a fact. But yeah, so this story was very interesting, and I got to be honest with you, as a human being, I felt a little sorry for Minna. I felt sorry that he didn't know how to skate, and then they put him out there in front of all these people with all these lights, and he just falls down, like under a minute. And yeah, so as a human being, it's hurtful to watch. To be doing this channel, it's also, I mean, gotta be honest with you, kind of funny because you know what, like, I don't know, it's just when you know that someone's pushing a political agenda and you're watching it fail, you can't help but just kind of laugh at it. Like, I don't want to laugh on their behalf, on Minna's behalf, but like, I feel like that she's just being used, for political agenda, guys. But what are your thoughts on this story? Do you agree with me or do you disagree with me? Let me know down in the comments. You guys just let me know what you're thinking about this. Do you think there's a political agenda behind this? Do you think that they shoved Minna out there on the ice just to show the world that, hey, we can have trans people on here too, even if they can't skate? Because I gotta be, like I said before, even little kids can skate and they're not professional, right? There's tons of people who are not professional skaters who can skate really, really well. And for them to say, oh, we're showcasing non-professional and professionals, well, she wasn't even a non-professional. That was a non-skater at all. And I want to say I read somewhere that she was a ballerina. Minna was a ballerina. And that's about the only experience they had when it comes to any kind of dancing or ice skating or anything like that. So yeah, we'll see where this story goes. I'm pretty sure it's kind of dead in the water now when it comes to anything further coming along with it. But because the damage has been done, I think it's hurting their side more than it is our side. It's almost like, hey, we see you. We see what you're doing, and y'all need to cut it out because I think they're trying to take away sports for women, and they're trying to ruin it for biological women who have worked really, really hard to get where they are today. And I just think it's fair. And I need my friends out there who are feminists to please step up and use the voices that you used to defend, women's rights on body and autonomy rights on other stuff. You should be defending women's sports as well, biological women, because these men are coming in here and they're taking over the sports, and they're really taking away a lot of opportunities for biological women who have earned the right to be there and play. And earn a chance for scholarships, gold medals, money, whatever it is, whatever the prize is. They've earned their right to be there. And when a man dresses up like a woman and, wears long hair and destroys all their hard work because they're having whatever issues they're having, it's not fair. And I think my feminist friends out there should defend female sports. Use your voice to help protect them and defend them, like you defend everything else, guys. But again, thank you guys so much for watching this channel. Guys, if you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel and click the like button on this video. Helps share the algorithm or whatever. And click those notifications. That way you guys get notified when I do new videos. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter, guys. And as I always say, stay fearless and stay free. See you guys on the next one.